Listening to BearatNight Podcast with your host, Jurassic Parker.
Yeah, I'm mad that the Hasbro stopped the line, the Lightning Collection line, because we never got your figure.
So please enlighten me, because I know that stuff was happening, but I don't know. So if you know, tell me what's going on.
So for what I gather, they're doing stuff with they let the other Hasbro bought some of the other toy companies. So I guess from them they're like, we're having Playmates do it, do the rest of the toys, but they're stopping the Lightning Collection, which has been lucrative for them when it comes to Power Rangers. But the only thing is, they just be missing the mark of letting people know what's going on with the releases. So if you want a full, complete team, you gotta really hope that they bring it out. Like the one thing with the last company, Bandai, they let you know, like, okay, this is all Jungle Fury, this is all Wild Force. Like Hasbro, they just put, here's a Wild Force, here's a in space, here's a SPD. But if you're trying to complete the team, you know, how are you gonna do it? Yeah. So far, only thing they have for Wild Force is it's the Silver and Blue Ranger. So it's like, that's cool and all, but where's the Bison? Where's And then I think maybe they I guess from my assumption, because they've been a little timid with certain actors, characters. Maybe they didn't want to do the Red Ranger, because it was like they got to do it sooner or later. So they don't want controversy. But I'm like, it's a character, not the actor. Let the character be. Correct. So, but I'm mad that we didn't get the Bison Ranger. So, hopefully.
And I'm super upset, brother. You don't understand. I was so looking forward to that.
Man. And the head sculpts are so good though. Now they've been killing it with the head sculpts, and I'm like, all my figures I got without the outside of the helmet, and they, like I said, they've been killing it. I don't know how they did it before. If they did like the scanning or whatever, but
man, before, bro, we stood on this thing, and it's kind of like they do at weddings now, and you stand, it spins around, and we would literally just stand there like that, and they would just spin you around, spin, and then it was crazy.
So basically similar with what they were doing with the wrestling toys and stuff, because I know with Mighty Morphin they just went off for artwork and just drew everything.
They actually put us in that thing, and there was a thing scanned. Right. I mean, mind you, it was 2002, bro, so it was so different.
Well, I saw the head sculpt of the doll version of your character, and they had the look in the the look in the hair, everything right. I was like, they should have put the glasses on, but I understand why would he wear glasses in the helmet? Because even I can't wear it,
Yeah, correct.
But you know what? Let me just start the show. Hey guys, this is the BearatNight Podcast. Hold on, let me do it right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and non-binary. This is the BearatNight Podcast. I'm your host, Dom Jurassic Parker, all the above, the guy up the street, that guy over there. I'm him. I have a special guest here, and you might know who this guy is. And if you don't, you need to do your research. He is one of the best Black Power Rangers of all time. The Black Bison, Wild Force Power Ranger himself, Jack Guzman. Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you.
My pleasure, man. Are you kidding me, brother? Thanks for having me, and I really appreciate it, bro.
Oh man, it's the pleasure's all mine, man. It's always a hope and a prayer when I hit some of you guys out, and just like hopefully they can do it, because I know it's busy. I know you guys' schedules and stuff, so it's always a hope and prayer. And you got back to me so fast, I was like, oh shit, I wasn't ready for it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give him a couple of days, whatever. But you hit so fast, like, oh, okay. Thank you, God. Thank you. All right.
Man, you must have been doing something good, man.
Yo, for real. Let me take this blessing. Let me take this. Man, thank you so much. I can't, say it enough. But, man, how are you? How are you?
Doing well, man. I just recently moved to Atlanta, and unfortunately, the strike and all that was going on during that time.
Right.
So I haven't done anything, but before too long, the plan is to start auditioning out here and hopefully working out here like I used to work in LA and become a local worker or local
Right.
employee here in Atlanta, man. I'm really liking it, especially now in the summer. It's a beautiful place to be and good people, man.
You're the good. Are you? Hopefully, you are the good spot where your car don't get jacked. Because
I live in a place called Buckhead.
Okay. Oh yeah. I got to think that way.
Okay, and then, but even around here, sometimes I hear in the news that it happens. So I think it's just a matter of everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah. It's just funny because I've had a couple people I know that that was down there not too long ago, or just was like vacation, and one of them had their car got stolen, or their rental car got stolen.
Damn.
So I mean, it's like I was like, oh, it really be like that. Okay. I know of just like Atlanta, like Cali and everything. Atlanta's the new Hollywood, pretty much.
Where are you at?
I'm in Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we're none like the new Hollywood over here. This is not like. Well, no. Look, sorry. If you want a good Hallmark movie, you come to Connecticut. That's what you come. Because they do that in upper areas of Connecticut, and
nice.
That's what you want. If you want a good Hallmark movie, if you want to do everything they do it up here, find it out.
I wouldn't mind. Throw my name in the hat.
I got you. They, they are a new emergence of stuff in studios, I believe, coming up in New Haven, Connecticut, and stuff as well. I believe Michael Jai White started a studio up that way too.
Okay.
So hey, who knows what can happen in the next few years? So we might be on the map, other than just for taxes and whatnot. So
there you go.
But man, so being on the show, being an actor and whatnot, what started you in acting? What got you into that? What got you the acting bug? What was?
Honestly, man, I just completely fell into it. It was just pure mistake. I was playing volleyball in Miami at the time, and with my buddies and all that, and some guy came up to us and was like, "Hey, man, you guys want to be extras in a movie?" And at the time, I think we used to work construction work for $80, and we were like, "Bro, what's extra work?" And then he explained to us what it was, and we were like, "What?" Like, if that's really what extra work is, can you imagine what a blast that is?
Exactly.
So I'm the only one that ended up going, and I loved it, man. It was on The Specialist, the movie The Specialist with Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. I just saw it last night. I was flipping channels and stuff. It was just on. Okay.
Crazy, yeah, man. So imagine I was an extra in that movie, man, and that whole experience, I was like, what? This is awesome. But then I realized that the entire year I probably made $3,000. And I was like, oh, that's why you can't do this for a living,
Yeah, I mean, I've known people that try to make a living out of being extra, but
I'm sure now you can, especially if you're smart with your money and if you're lucky enough to work often, because yes, you do have to work often to make it work. But again, at the time, I had no clue. So then I started hearing more about that you can go to LA, and in LA, they paid more and you can actually do it and live off of just extra work.
Right.
So, a couple of things happened, and I ended up leaving to LA, and once I was there, I started doing extra work, and I was working Monday through Friday and making I was making a living. So, and it was fun, man. Those were some of the funnest times of my life. And then, I went to the audition for Power Rangers and got super lucky and blessed and got that job. And then, imagine from then on, I was able to become a working actor. So I would say pretty much by just pure luck, man, and also perseverance too, though. I think I've really lived to that mantra of never giving up, It's
yes.
that I saw that it was fun. I enjoyed it. and it's something that I that's why I think every time that I'm on set and I'm working, I don't feel like I'm working. So it's beautiful when you can do that. It's amazing, man.
Any job you can go to, have fun, and getting paid, being able to be paid for doing something that you love, you never have to work at all. You know.
Correct.
Yeah, so you're not really working. But now getting the Power Rangers gig. Now, I mean, by that time, but with Wild Force, there have been already the different iterations of it. Now, were you already a fan of Power Rangers? Or did you just knew of it already off rip, or how did that go? How did you even know about the gig? I mean, the audition.
Well, no, I was never a Power Ranger fan. I never saw the shows. I never watched it or anything like that. And then as far as getting the job, it was just like any other audition. My agent called me and said, "Hey, man, you have this audition, for this show called Power Rangers. So go ahead and go." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." I didn't really know what it was.
Okay. Now, seeing you on the show,
I
would say everybody had a unique look that season, honestly, because the way they shot it, with the certain scenes, so that was the first time you ever see Power Rangers fighting at night.
Fighting at night.
Yeah, fighting at night. You never
Really?
see it, but besides the first Power Rangers movie, there is it kind of gave a cool look to it. It's not like they're having a fight at night. Oh.
Bro,
Okay,
look at that, man. I never knew that, bro.
Yeah, the first episode you get introduced to you guys. It's because I always remember. It's you look at Cole, you see his whole situation, and then the introduction to you guys, the rest of the team. It was all that night. It is oh, this is kind of cool. I've never seen them fight at night before. They have it's just I'll just assumed every time that the Power Rangers it was a day job.
Yeah,
they go to school, after school they go fight evil villain. And then they go home at about 6 o'clock. It's over, and they start over again by 8 o'clock in the morning. But see you guys working at night, I'm so they must have to get paid after this, right? This is hazard pay right now. This is hazard pay. So seeing that, and then everybody had a look that was different from the previous cast. The Pink Ranger, or not the Pink, the White Ranger, she was so tiny, she was, with the short hairdo and stuff, and ethnicity wise, I thought it was awesome.
Okay.
Everybody had a certain look. Everybody was okay, you can't figure out who's what, where they were from exactly, or what ethnicity, because everybody had a certain look. It wasn't oh, this is the black guy, that's the white guy, that's the Asian girl. It wasn't like that. It was everybody had a look, or I could hear a little bit of accent from you, and then I could see the Blue Ranger's okay, that man, he looks a little You're I like it. He looks like he could be a little Asian guy, a little black guy, we got the curly hair, but he's small. But then it's everybody had a certain look. And then you had Cole, who was just the Red Ranger, who's all right, I cannot identify with that guy. He's too pretty. I cannot.
Exactly.
It was where you get this guy from? He's the Abercrombie and Fitch guy.
Exactly. Bro, we used to tell him all the time, bro, we'd be on set, waiting around or whatever, and sometimes we'd just stare at him and go, man, did an angel come down and just, make you and say, hey, this is the perfect specimen, dude. It's wow, man.
Dude, it was funny because I was always mad, and I hate the scene too. Still to this day, because he make everybody look fat. He's the only one that he gets the shirt turned off and everything at the end. It's so what idea was that to do this? Because this is not right. This is not good for my self-esteem.
But what's crazy, man? That I've been to obviously to his parents' house and we've hung out and they've showed me pictures of him when he was a baby, and bro, you already see his muscle. Bro, yeah, it's nuts, man.
Yeah, he's a natural talent. I mean, he was just natural, and it was okay. But I really, when I saw your character, bro, I identified. Good. And I was he's the big guy. Like one, I was like, he must be the tallest like Power Ranger because I'm how tall are you, bro? Like how tall?
Bro, that's what's crazy. That everyone always thinks I'm this giant, and I'm not, man. I'm only 6 foot tall.
See, I thought you were like way taller than that. Yeah, no. I mean, even though 6 foot tall is not even 6 foot tall anymore, like he used to be. Honestly, like
correct.
It's just like 6 foot used to be like, oh, you're a giant. Now it's just like, oh, that's not that.
Yeah, now it's like, bro, you're just accepted. You know what I mean?
Yes, you barely hit that. You barely hit the mark. I'm 5'11". It's just like, try again. Okay. That. So it's like, give me some Timbs. I'll probably get there. But seeing your character, I was like, okay, the big guy, the Bison, okay, like strong one. I like this. Before we get to the other question, I have to say, man, you can't watching that series at that time came at the right time for me because I was in high school.
Okay.
At the time, dude, seeing your character, still my favorite episode is your episode. Like, is yours with the when you get the girl.
Yeah.
So. That's still my favorite episode because one, it gave me hope as a kid. So seeing you, bro, you got out the friend zone.
Mm-hmm.
You made it out the friend zone, bro. I was like, he's a Power Ranger. He's in the friend zone. And then when she saw you morph, and then I'm like, oh, that's right. Yeah, he cooking now. He cooking. So it's like now it opened her eyes. Oh, he can do that too. Like. I love that whole aspect because it's like my boy got the friend zone. He got the girl, and she was ready to ride or die, bandage up, and everything. I was like, "See, this is my boy. That's my dog. That's my dog." I love that character. I love that moment. It gave me hope when I was in high school. I was like, the kid got glasses. He's the bigger one out the group. He's soft spoken. He's a gentle giant, and now he get the girl. I was like, come on, man. Like this is dope. Like, come on, you can't. This dude's smooth. This guy got it.
You need to write movies and TV shows and put me in them, man.
Oh, man. Hey, don't start me. Get my hands to work. Start writing something. I'm gonna figure it out. Bro, yeah. So, and I love the characters between you and the Blue Ranger. I'm horrible with names, but I love the brother.
Philip Jean-Marie.
Yes. I love the brotherhood that you guys carried out.
He was awesome, bro. That guy, every time I tell him, I was like, bro, he really made it like, wow, bro. Since him and I worked together a lot, it was so much fun. Like, he made it an awesome experience.
Yeah, you guys killed it. Like I said, the brotherhood you had. And I feel like after you guys did it, they kind of copied that a lot of times in other series between like either the Black and Green Ranger or the Black and the Blue Ranger or whatnot, like the bigger guy, small guy atmosphere, like the Robin Biggs type of thing. They kind of carried that with them with the other shows. With that, and I'm like, you guys started that, you had the great chemistry together.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And then like, do you guys still keep in contact and either the cast and stuff whatnot?
Yeah, man. No, we still all talk, man, all the time.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah. And then the what is it? How was it filming the show? Like, because this is still in Cali. It was before they went to start doing New Zealand. So this is still in California.
Yeah, we were the last season to shoot in California.
Now, how was that to shoot? Like, do you have to do guerrilla style shooting, or by that time people already knew you guys? Which I was doing.
No, man. You have to have permits, and you close down streets or buildings or whatever you need, and you shoot. You can't be doing guerrilla style like that.
I figured, because I'm listening. I remember from the old days of MMPR, they had to go guerrilla style with stuff. They didn't have permits, they didn't have the money. But by that time, with you guys, you got the money. And I think by this time, Disney was started to be involved a little bit, right?
Right. Yeah. We were bought by Disney. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, did you feel the difference between like with Disney being there and everything else? Like,
I wouldn't know the difference because when I got there, Disney was there already.
Oh, right, okay.
So I wouldn't know the difference of when Saban. But what I've heard, we were very lucky, man, that we were treated better and we were union. We got paid better. Just a lot of cool little things that were a lot better. That from what I've heard, because I still don't know, but that I've heard that before they were non-union and they didn't get treated so well and all of that.
Yeah, that was. You know, that makes a lot of sense
to us. And Power Rangers for me will forever be. Oh my God! I mean, again, look, we're here.
Yeah,
what we're talking about, you know. So, out of my career, it was just like my college. It was my university of acting. It taught me so much. I'll forever be grateful for it.
I mean, heck, yeah. At that time, you're a young guy. By that time, you're a superhero walking around. Yeah, you was in it. You was killing it, man. How was it to feel? How was it? Because you didn't know anything about Power Rangers before. To have the suit on for the first time, like, how did you feel like when you get to put that whole thing together? Like, did you feel like what am I wearing? Or did you feel more in character? Like,
no, it's funny, man, because you know the entire time we shot that series, we only wore that suit like 3 times, you know. So
really?
Yeah, we barely ever wore it, and it was just really just tight and you know you couldn't really see with the mask and all of that, but it wasn't that bad. It was fun, it was cool, and yeah, it gave you that whole like, wow, you know, man, look at us, we are like superheroes, you know.
Yeah, the mask is always something that thing in common with the suit when it comes to the mask thing, because you can't breathe. You know, you got to learn a whole different style of breathing in that whole thing. Honestly, you got to learn a whole different way of breathing. And from cosplayers to the actors to the stunt actors, everybody know what it feels like.
Yeah.
What was some of the fun times that you had on the show? Do you have any fun memories like while filming?
You know, it was too many, man. It was definitely, I mean, the entire experience, honestly, was fun. Of course, we were tired sometimes and you want to go home and all of that, like any other job. But I would say that 95% of the time, if not 98% of the time, it was just awesome, bro. Like, what an experience, you know? Not only as an actor to have a job to go to every single day, which is the greatest experience that you can have. And then also the part that you're playing, which is, like you just said, it's a superhero and you're part of this franchise that so many people know. It's just phenomenal.
I will say, yeah, it has to be some type of reward there, because you're doing all this stuff and, you know, you live in a dream that some people would die for, you know, and, you know, and you count your blessings every time. How, like, during that process, how did it feel to see yourself as a toy? Like, did you buy a bunch of stuff for your family? Like, look at me, this is me. Look at my toy. Look at my toy.
Well, you know, it's crazy you say that, because the story that around that, usually what it is that my mom at the time was working at a Walmart.
Oh.
And, so I was in California, and you know, and she would call me sometimes laughing, like telling me, "Papi, can you believe that these people at work don't believe me that you're my son?" And I'm like, "For real, Mom?" And she's like, "Well, some do, but they can't believe it. Like, what is it? If he's over there shooting that show and working on that show, what are you doing here working at one?" And I was like, "Oh, Mom, whatever." But you know, cool. It was always whatever. And then when that toy came out, she called me and she's like, "Hey, Papi, we got boxes of it. It's here." And I said, "Oh, you did? Okay, cool." So then I flew, you know, to she lives in Palm Coast, Florida.
Right.
I flew out there and I went and I bought a whole bunch, and then obviously, you know, we gave some away and stuff like that. And but the people, man, they were freaking out. And then after that, they always treated her really well, so it was fun.
Yeah.
You know, then they were like, "Oh, B, that's your son." And she was like, "Well, I told you."
She wasn't lying. So I mean, just think, if we had FaceTime and stuff back then, you know, it would have been easy to rap.
That was the thing that was hard, is that there was no internet. There was no, you know, like, oh, you know, how can we find your son or whatever. So it was awesome. Great experience.
Yes. I mean, you guys came around the time. Yeah, we still have flip phones. So it was funny to see. It's still funny to see one of the, like, the morphers of the time being a cell phone.
Correct. Yeah. You know, I always say it was like that Motorola Razr.
Yeah. And it was kind of like a transformer too, because it made its own character too. It was like, it was such a different morpher that I was like, okay, this is pretty dope, you know. Now, did you, like, outside of, like, for your mom, like, were you able? How was it being recognized? Were you being recognized outside, like, at where you were at, or going out to dinner and stuff like that?
Yeah, it was a lot, but it's funny because and I mean obviously not to offend anybody, but it was just like a joke that we always said, oh, we never get this beautiful woman coming up to you going, oh my God, you're so hot, I love you on the show. It was always either little kids
Yeah,
or the grandparents who took care of them. So
that
it was
is that is true. I mean, you can only hope for like maybe a single mom to come through. A hot single mom, maybe, hopefully. My
yeah,
kid
man.
loves you, and I love you too. Just like So
But no, on the real, nah, man, it was awesome. Yeah, I mean, people would recognize me and us, and it was cool. It was just a super, super awesome experience. And again, for me, like I went literally from a Thursday afternoon, I mean, evening audition, which was the final audition that I did for that show,
yeah,
to Friday morning, I'm working as an extra on CSI Vegas, So for me, it was a change of, okay, now here I am Friday and extra on CSI. Come Monday morning, I'm a series regular. I'm starting to work on, Power Rangers. I'm shooting 3 episodes in 3 weeks. So
right.
be ready. I hope you're ready for it. So it was like, oh my God, for the first 2 weeks, genuinely, every time that the director would yell cut, I was like, oh man. I coming over here to tell me, dude, we tried, but you just can't do it. I swear to God, that's what I thought.
You thought you failed every time? Nah.
For the first 2 weeks, I swear to you, every time I heard cut, I was like,
Right.
oh my God, is this guy gonna come over here and be like, that's it, Jack? You tried, man, but you're fired. I swear. Until finally, I don't remember what happened, but I remember something happened, or we watched the show or something where I felt like,
Right.
ah, man, you know what? I could hang with these people. I like this. I am meant to be here. You know what I mean?
So I'll be from what I gather from my information, like research, there was a person before you that didn't work out. So you think that was like you was putting more extra pressure on yourself?
No, I'm just kind of a perfectionist, man. I like to. I have a hard time cold reading, what they call cold reading.
Oh, okay. For those that don't know, what is cold reading?
Well, cold reading is when, for example, let me see if I can put let's say I have my hand here and that's the page, obviously it's turned around, but, and I'm talking to you in my audition, I'm going like this and reading. So yesterday we went to the store, and at the store there was these people that were there. Did you see any of like that?
Gotcha.
I don't like that because when I'm auditioning, I think the second that I'm talking to you and we're having this moment, but I look down to read, no matter how good you are at it, or let me take that back. People are great at it, so that's different. But me, I'm not good at it. So the second that I feel that I look down, I lose that intimacy of the conversation we were just having. I don't like to do that. So I like to memorize my lines, so it's tough because I'm just really tough on myself sometimes.
I understand. That makes sense, yeah.
That's the way I work, man. I don't want to ever be the guy that messes up.
Yes, I get that. I can relate to that because you really want to do your best, and you want to make sure everybody else, you're not wasting anybody's time and stuff like that. So, and back then, especially with filming and everything,
Well, plus, I just always want to be known that whenever a production company, a director, a producer, anybody that hires me knows, well, yeah, dude, we're hiring Jack. Of course, that guy's professional. He's good. Let's hire him. That's what I want.
That's awesome. Now, as an actor, now for those that don't understand, like the people public will only think as being an actor, it's glitz and glamour, and you get to do certain things and look cool on TV and movies. Like, what are some of the things that people don't see, like the day-to-day stuff, like of being a working actor? What are some of those things that
Well, I mean, I would think that they don't see the 50 million auditions that we go to and get told no before you get one yes.
Right.
And the millions of times that fans just seem to, I don't know, just be able to tell you that, what happened to you? Why are you so ugly now? Or why are you so fat now? Or why are you so
What?
Y or Z? Like things like that where, but I honestly think dude, it's part of the job and you're never going to be able to please everybody. So I get
Yeah.
it. And that's part of it. Yeah, you have every right to ask me that question. And for me, that's why I'm honest. I'm like, you know what, bro? Yeah, it's time. That's all I can say. I mean, I try to stay in shape, but I'm never I'm not that type of guy to be so dedicated in the gym or in the kitchen.
Right. Right. Right.
It's just not me, bro. I love to eat and I love to, yeah, I enjoy working out, but it's not like, oh my God, like, look, right
Yeah.
now, I haven't worked out probably in a month, bro. I've taken a month off because I've just been like, nah, you know what? I feel like taking a month off. I don't
Yeah.
want to go to the gym. I don't want to do anything exercise wise.
Yeah.
And I feel great. But now, after my birthday and after I hang out and party at Ranger Stop and all of that, then
Yeah.
it'll be time to get back to, okay, now it's time to start going to the gym and get back to business and hopefully auditioning and, like I said, start working again.
But you're also a human. You're also
Correct.
you're a human being. So it's like I'm surprised you hear something like that. Something like but that's why I always feel like I tend to love my things and whatnot, but I always never want to be the super fanatic, like and that fan that be so into their stuff that they also forget to have manners, and they just be saying some rude things, and I'm surprised that they say some of those things because it's like you could have a bad day and you can hear something like that, it might want to hit somebody. you know.
But at the same time, it's almost like it's hard to say. Like I don't know. I've also started kind of looking at it in the sense of, man, I get it because you see me a certain way, you expect me to be or look a certain way all that time. So of course,
Yeah.
if you're expecting that and not expecting reality, then I get it. You're gonna be disappointed, and you have every right to be disappointed because you're right. I'm not that person anymore. But at the end of the day, yeah, man, for the most part, everybody's super cool, bro. And yes, it's
That's
been amazing and what a trip. And I think for me, getting back to the original question was, I think the hardest thing is memorizing my lines. That's why I have to work so hard at it. And that's something that people don't see either. That sometimes I'm up till 3, 4 in the morning, trying to memorize my lines so that I know them inside and out and know them so well that I can say them anyway, anyhow, And
wow.
then I go to bed. It's now my call time is 6 in the morning. Imagine I basically don't even go to bed. I jump in the shower, take rinse off, go get ready, wake up and go to set, and then that's when that adrenaline kicks in. Where, dude, it's just what you love to do, and you're there, and now you go and you kill it, and you do amazing, and
Mm-hmm.
and then you get home and that's it. That's my day on that job, and then boom, I crash because I'm exhausted. But
Oh yeah, because all that energy went into the anticipation and then
all of
the execution. Once it's all done, your body's gonna hit. It's gonna start crashing slowly.
but what a beautiful feeling, man.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I feel very lucky to be able to do it. And this time that I was away from it for like 2 or 3 years that I've been away from it, it kicked me right in the face, and I said, man, wow, I have to be silly to not go back to doing what I love to do. I'm so lucky to do this job.
Right. And coming from we spoke about the strike earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after everything is done now, do you feel the difference now with how things are going? Is there a different type of feeling in the air with the industry now?
It's just I haven't worked here, so I don't know. I wouldn't know what the difference is, but from what I hear of people that I do kind of talk to, they tell me, yeah, that they see, that things are starting to pick up, but not like they expect. It's not like they expected yet.
Okay.
They really say that in 2025 is when things should really just boom here in Atlanta.
Wow. Well, yeah, because you have you have Disney there, that stay in Georgia for a lot of their stuff, and you have the Tyler Perry Studios that's huge over there now.
Mm-hmm.
So I see, man, a lot of you're gonna be busy. I feel like
so,
you're gonna be busy. I see it, bro. You're gonna be super busy because it's a lot of work there, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good thing for you, man. I honestly think so because it's a lot of work, and I was just not even just the acting stuff. There's probably a lot of other things you probably could get into that's lucrative in there too as well. Just it's a it's a it's becoming a very lucrative business savvy area now. So I think you're gonna have a lot of luck there. I think you're gonna have a lot of luck, a lot of blessings coming that way.
Hope so, man. From your mouth to God's ears, brother, because I need it.
Hey, man, I got you. I pray for it. I got you, man. And before we go, is there any cons, anything that you'll be hitting up soon, or in the next few months, or whatnot?
Well, the next one that I have is Ranger Stop and Pop Atlanta, which is here June 21st through the 23rd, I believe. It's going to be at the Obneat Hotel. And then from that one, the next thing that I have in concrete is PMC, which is Power Morphicon. That's in Los Angeles.
Oh, yes.
So super excited about that one, man. That one's always fun, and it's going to be good to see a whole bunch of people.
I've never got to go to Power Morphicon, and I was trying to go. I was ready to go before we got shut down.
Okay.
I was ready to go. I was locked and loaded. And then we had the COVID thing and everything. It screwed everything up for me. It really did.
Yeah.
So,
it's awesome.
Yeah. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's just a huge. It's a regular huge convention, but it's mostly all Power Rangers, bro.
Man, that's a lot. Feels like home.
It's really cool. I mean, obviously you have a lot more things, but
yeah.
Really, really cool, man. Like, for the most part, it's unbelievable the amount of Power Rangers that are there.
Oh man, you know what? And if you, for those who can't make it, like myself, to Power Morphicon, there's also Go Ranger Station that will be in September as well. We hold that in Philly, actually, Pennsylvania. Ran by my homegirl, Lady J Cosplay. That's her thing. But it's like the East Coast version of what we can do, what we got here from Power Morphicon. If you can't make those, we got you over this way, We bring a little bit of that around, Man, I just want to say thank you so much, man. I just, for hopping on and joining in, man, and tapping in to just give a little insight on what's going on in your neck of the woods and get a little bit of insight of the show. Because I mean, like I watch the show, I watch these shows so much, and we forget sometimes that you guys are out here,
Yeah, for sure.
So, and the whole thing of I don't see the character on TV, but it's great to talk to your person now, and it's always a great time, and I have never had a bad. This is what I would say with the Power Rangers community. With the actors, I have never had a bad interaction.
Well, that's awesome, man.
With it either in person or during the show, everyone is the top notch person all the way around. So, I mean, you're another one, bro, and I appreciate you joining the show. And
Thank you.
Hopefully, if we might run into each other at a con or something.
Let me know, man. Invite me out to that Philly one.
I'm sorry, say again?
Invite me out to that Philly one at some point.
Yeah, I will pass the baton. I will let her know that you're interested. You heard it first. I will let her know, see what she got going on. Maybe if not this year, then the following, hey, I'll pass that on for her, for you. So,
awesome.
But like, once again, man, this is the one and only Black Bison, Wild Force Ranger, Jack Guzman. Man, thank you. Thank you. I can't say it enough. Hey, guys, hit the like, subscribe below. And where can they find you as well?
Jack Guzman Actor, all together on Instagram.
You heard it, guys. You heard it. And, you know where you can find me. And that's all I can say. And, man, This is the BearatNight podcast. I'm on a roll today. I'm feeling good. Feeling fresh, feeling good. How are you? Thank you guys. This is the BearatNight podcast. Talk to you guys later. Peace.
Listening to BearatNight podcast with your host, Jurassic Parker.